these haunted hotels that we got here downtown will be the Manger, which is right behind the Alamo, the Crockett Hotel, the Emily Morgan, the Sheraton Gunther, the Holiday Inn Express, and soon the next hospital to be at the hotel. Pretty cool, huh? Anybody staying at any of those haunted hotels? Oh, y'all are missing out. Straight ahead over this bridge, this bright building, is the Hyatt Regency Hotel, passage to the Alamo. Now the hotel was only designed to go 16 stories high in 1981. The reason why this hotel was only designed to go 16 stories is only because the Alamo sits on the other side of the building. The city did not want to cast a shadow on a memorial site, so they first went and started doing a shadow test before they built the building. 16 stories was as high as they could go. That's right. And speaking about the Alamo, everybody, I've actually had family members who fought in the Alamo as well. Yeah. 2 weeks ago, man, and my uncle got into the fight and made out. What an embarrassment. True story. True story. Luckily, they went back home to St. Paul, Minnesota just 3 days ago. 2-week vacation, they were here. What an embarrassment. Never again. I'll keep them out of the downtown area. The red building coming up to the right-hand side is the Casino Club building. It is not a real casino, though it does have the name of it. It was bought by two local merger associations in 1927, the San Antonio Club and the Casino Association, thus the name of this building. Right after 1970, it was later restored as the first 2 floors as restaurants. The next floor is up above the restaurant. They are apartments. One resident who stayed in this apartment was Alex Haley, the author of the famously known book Roots, which is an old school movie as well. If anybody's ever seen it, you know what I'm talking about. Alex Haley, Roots. Now this area here, everybody, this is Restaurant Row. Now it's obviously known as Restaurant Row because there's so many restaurants here in this location to choose from. That's right. We got Mexican on one side, we got Italian, we got Tex-Mex, we got Mexican, we got seafood, we got Mexican, we got steaks, we got Mexican, we got barbecue, we got Mexican, yeah, that's right, that's right. You know what else we got? Mexican, that's right. But if you guys are really picky eaters and couldn't figure out what you wanted to eat on this river, don't worry, I got you, really. If you look straight ahead over the bridge on the left, McDonald's is right there. If you don't want to eat McDonald's, you know what else you can eat? Mexican. Your choice. This building coming out to the right-hand side is the Clifford building. Now there's a statue, everyone, by the right-hand side of the staircases on the river level. That statue is Mr. Robert H. Hugman, the father and designer of the Riverwalk. Now Mr. Robert Hugman, he moved his office here at the Clifford building in 1941 because he wanted to prove a point to the city of San Antonio that this river would be safe from flooding because of the flood control that they put in 1941. He also wanted to encourage other business to locate along the river. One restaurant that had trust Mr. Hugman was Casario, the one here to the right-hand side. Casario is the oldest restaurant on the river. It opened up its doors in 1946, just 5 years after the flood controls were completed in 1941. Casario was the first restaurant to offer riverside dining and river bar dining. It also sits on land granted from the King of Spain in 1777. More than 70 years later, Casario is still running and functioning by the same family. That's right. And if you guys are wondering, Casario is also Mexican as well. Your choice. You're either having Mexican food or Mexican food. And we're gonna make a left turn right here. So if you look to the left-hand side, right over the street, everybody, you're going to see a red sculpture, and that'll be the Torch of Friendship. Now, the Torch of Friendship was placed there in 2002 by Sebastian to symbolize the friendship between Mexico and the United States, and that was a gift to the city of San Antonio from Mexico in 2002. Now, this river straight ahead is the man-made extension. The river right behind us, going left and right, that is the natural river. That is the real river. The natural look of the river is a U-shape, what we call the horseshoe bend. We're now at the very bottom of the U-shape right here, entering the man-made extension. This extension was built for the World Cup in 1968 to transport some of our guests from the restaurant area to the convention center. This is the only part of the Riverwalk that's concrete bottom and 5 feet 8 meters long. So area. Straight ahead, there's going to be a hotel that says Marriott at the very top. and that'll be the Marriott. Those were built back in 1988. Before the city decided to put that Marriott there in that location, there was another hotel that's been there on that very landmark since 1906, and that'll be the Fairmont Hotel. The Fairmont, of course, sits in the national historical places, so the city could not tear it down. So the city had plans on moving it. So in 1985, the city decided to lift the Fairmont from that Marriott location. They took the Fairmont out of the foundation and placed it on giant 36 dollies, each of those having 8 tires. They started moving the Fairmont Hotel at 0.4 miles per hour to its new location on South Alamo and Water Street. The Fairmont is about 2 blocks from this location we are right now. It still looks the same way. It is a 3-story building that took them 5 days to move that 6,500-ton building to that location. It's also in the Guinness Book of Records as the largest building ever moved through city streets on pneumatic tires. And there's also a video on YouTube about that as well. As soon as we pass these waterfalls on the right-hand side, if you continue looking past the trees over the wall, you're going to see the Tower of America's 750-foot observation tower and restaurant. The restaurant at the very top, it rotates 360 in 1 hour, giving you a good panoramic view of the whole city. And that was built for the 1968 World Summer First structure. It was the tallest freestanding structure in all of USA for about 26 years, until 1996 when the Las Vegas Stratosphere opened. The tower also got 952 steps, where we had one San Antonio resident named Tommy Johnson who went to Roosevelt High School. He made a record breaking going up those stairs in 5 minutes and 18 seconds. He sure did. I call that resident a loco. Straight ahead of us, there's this statue. That is Citlali, the Stargazer. The Stargazer was placed there 2 years ago by Pedro Reyes. Stands about 16 feet high above the 5-foot platform it sits on. It has 80 pieces of Mexican volcanic rock from Mexico, carved and shaped in the way it is now. The star that she holds in her hand, it is made out of marble. A lot of kids really think it's a fidget spinner, but it's just a star. You're also going to notice, everybody, if you look back at the star, there's a hole right in the center. And the reason why she's gazing, looking into that hole of that star, is because she's wondering when or ever the Dallas Cowboys won Super Bowl again. If we got any Cowboy fans on board, I'll give you a hug after the story, okay? No hard feelings. It's just a joke. Yeah. It's also a symbol and also a rating. 1 star. I got jokes about every national team as well. Every good and bad. This is our second of our 3rd ticket location to the right hand side. Everybody's same ticket price, same card, different both captains.
Mira, aquí hay más fila que allá.
Thank you.
Aquí hay más fila que allá.
These group of people waiting in line, waiting to get on this boat, they are called tourists in their natural habitat. Don't worry, they don't bite. We're now entering into the most dangerous part of the room. So gentlemen, hang on tight to your wallets. We're entering the River Central Mall. Now this mall is the 2nd largest mall in San Antonio. This mall has 150 retail shops, 4 restaurants all on the river level, including 2 theaters, an AMC and an IMAX. The IMAX plays the movie The Animal, Price of Freedom every day. It also got the Dave & Buster's, the Legoland, the Sea Life Aquarium, and straight ahead on the 3rd floor is one of the different swing and space for fear of heights.
Vamos para ahí.
At this moment, everybody, I'm going to go ahead and keep quiet. I want y'all to listen to this music right here, okay? Just out of respect for this gentleman. Of course, you're not going to be able to hear me as well. He might be an uprising superstar, celebrity, you never know. He'll be the first, you know. And you guys got Riverside seating. Thanksgiving. It's free as well, so come check it out. Now go real quick, everybody. We have 5 different colors and 5 different unique designs. The boat that you're on right now is the military boat. It has an eagle with stars, stripes, and shamrock. Salute to the military. San Antonio is called Military City, USA, because we have been home to the military prison for over 300 years. That's right, we got 4 military bases here in the San Antonio area. Every year there's about 40,000 military graduates here come to the Riverwalk to celebrate the time for the graduation with the family. Good, fun family activities. Every week on Wednesday you'll be seeing about 200 to 300 Air Force graduates here on the Riverwalk as well. And speaking about the military, if there's anybody from the military on board, active, former, or retired military on board, yep. Thank you for your service. Thank you for what you do. Thank you for serving our country. Thank you so much for it. And if you look back to the stargazer right in front of us, back at the statue, from this very angle, doesn't it look a little bit like Kim Kardashian? I'm talking about her big head. Okay, what are y'all looking at? Now this bridge right here in front of us, I met the height requirements for this one. Sure did. Now to the right hand side, everybody, there's a statue here to the right hand side. This is San Antonio, St. Anthony de Padua, the man that we got our name from. St. Anthony de Padua is a patron saint for lost articles, which if you lost anything very valuable in the past week, a month, or even a year, pray to him. It really, really does work. Now on June 13, 1691 is when Father Damon Massanet had a mass here on the Riverwalk and named this city right after him. June 13 is the feast day for St. Anthony de Padua, 333 years to this very day. And the statue was a gift to the city of San Antonio from Portugal for the World Cemetery in 1968. The river that we're on right now is the San Antonio River. It is originally known as Yanaguana. Yanaguana means restful, peaceful waters. It was named by the Payaya Indians, who, according to historians, they lived along these riverbanks for over thousands of years. Every 2 years, the city of San Antonio would drain the river. That's right, they did it the first week of January of this year. Now they find so many things in the river once they drain it. The most valuable item that they found this year were in the water were cell phones. Over 1,000 cell phones they pulled out of the water. Brand new iPhones as well. I'm talking about brand new. They also put out money, IDs, pens, bottles, scooters that you see on the street level, sunglasses, watches, hats, purses, about 1,000 pounds of utensils, salt, pepper shakers, Mardi Gras beads, and also engagement rings as well. Believe it or not, I know because I used to be contracted for the city for 5 years. So I cleaned the Riverwalk and I did all the landscaping that you see here. 9 months ago I quit that and joined this one. I've done so many things. So I also used to be a pawnbroker for 5 years as well. So I knew how to fix brand new old jewelry that's been messed up and just sell them at half price. Not even more than half price. Over to the left hand side, over the street, over the tree line, this hotel, the Hilton Palacio de Rio, Palace of the River. It is in the Guinness Book of Records as the fastest modular constructed hotel building ever built of its size, and it was completed just in 202 days. It was done by H.B. Zachary, who just graduated from college. Stood up to the plate, and he told the city of San Antonio that he can complete the hotel in 9 months before the World Cemetery in 1968. Now the city was in desperate need for extra rooms and hotels. Millions of people were going to come and visit us during that year. We had the contract for the World Cemetery, so they needed someone to put a hotel in 9 months. So how fast did HB do it, and how did he do it? Well, the first 4 floors were being built here right on top, along with the elevator shaft, while the other floors above were being built 8 miles south of San Antonio. They were to be having their own beds, TVs, lamps, radios, clocks, you name it. It had it all. After they were fully built and furnished, they were brought here to this location on truck flatbeds and were later weighted by cranes. As soon as these rooms got here, these cranes started latching onto each room, and if you look up, they placed each room right above each other like giant Lego blocks, one right above each other. Each room also goes in and out, giving each of the guests on private balcony. Now the crane operator who's working with the crane, the first day he started 10 rooms, the first day, just to see how he can get a feel with all the plumbing. The next day he started noticing how fast and easy it was. He got so experienced that when the crane is fast enough, the next day forward, 35 rooms started doing it in 1 day. Just to be completed this hotel just 3 days before the World Cemetery in 1968. Now the deadline was 9 months and they finished it in less than 8 months. This hotel has over 500 rooms. Now, H.B. Zachary, the engineer, and his wife, they were the first guests to be into this hotel. That's right. Now, let me say, how did they get in there? Well, they were the first guests to be in the first room, 502, right above the 4th floor. They got into that room, went to the back of the balcony. The crane header latched onto that room and lifted it up with them two at the very end, and placing it where that room needed to be placed. True. It is really, really true. Check that on YouTube. You guys will be amazed on how they constructed it from start to finish. Pretty amazing. Straight ahead is La Villita, which means little village. It was first a settlement for Spanish soldiers who were stationed here at the Mission San Antonio de Valero in 1722. It is commonly known as the Alamo. In the 1800s, the Native Americans were settled here. In 1836, Santa Ana's Canada was placed here during the Battle of the Alamo, and now La Villita has many arts, galleries, shops, and distinctive restaurants. Recommend for y'all to come visit it. Straight ahead of us would be the Arneson River Theater. The Arneson was completed in 1941. It is an open air venue where we can sit up to 800 people onto the left hand side. Believe it or not, we actually can sit up to 800. We crumple men like sardines. We also broadcast our river parade here in this location. Also, the right hand side of the stage and right behind the stage are 5 bells that symbolize the 5 nations of San Antonio. The bell in the middle is engraved with architect Robert H.A. Tubman, father and designer of the river walk. Has any one of y'all ever seen the movie Miss Congeniality starring Sandra Bullock? This is a stage that was featured in that movie. The Sandra Bullock took place on this stage right here during the beauty pageant. And if you look at the bridge right in front of us, there's going to be a show tonight, everybody, at 8:30 p.m. If you want to come over here and check out this live performance happening, as you can see, there's going to be a lot of folklorico, mariachi, a lot of live performance here. Come check it out at 8:30. As you can see, there's something already happening over here. Coming up is a dad joke. What building would be having the most stories? It'll be the library. Get it? Building that got the most stories. The building coming up to the right hand side was first the San Antonio.